Hi everyone, in the last video we have gone through the differences between delete, drop and truncate, and we have truncated this table. So there is no data inside this table now. So in this video we are going to see how to debug a stored procedure in BigQuery. Okay, so when we call this SP, it gets this stored procedure insert data into this table. Okay, nothing but this table. Let's see. Once it is done, let's see. Okay, it's done now. You see here, it added a 1850 records. Okay, just run here, come here and just run this query, and you could see the nulls now in those three columns. So in this video, we are going to see why we are getting nulls in that, and we will fix that. Okay, so these three columns: cost price, expected selling price, and actual selling price, sold price. So into these three columns, we are getting nulls. Let's let's take the store procedure name and just paste here and enter. So we will get the stored procedure. This is stored procedure and just open it. Okay, and click on edit stored procedure. Okay, so this is nothing but just here we are creating begin loop starts and the insertion start from here. Now just take the select query. Okay, this is the select query. Just take this. So we are going to work on this select query. Okay. Uh, Okay, now we need to fix these three columns where we are getting nulls, right? So remove this quotes. Okay, you see here we will get nulls. Okay, uh, just assume like from where we are getting the nulls. So if you see here, the common between these three columns is it is multiplying with c dot exchange rate, right? If you see, exchange rate is getting nulls, and let's take these columns as well. Okay, let's take this column sum so that you will get an idea. Okay, yeah, common. Let's run this. So I have removed into exchange rate from these three columns. So here I am getting the nulls, and the exchange rate I am getting nulls. Sorry, here I am getting the values, and in the exchange rate I am getting nulls. So when exchange rate is multiplied with each of this column, then it is getting nulls again. So we need to find why in exchange rate we are getting the nulls. Okay, that is means we identified in exchange rate we are getting nulls. So let's come here and this see the alias of exchange rate. It is c dot. C means c is nothing but this. Okay, so from here we are getting the exchange rates. So firstly here the exchange rate is having the values. So means here we are getting the nulls. Because of this condition we are getting the nulls. Okay, now let's take this. Okay, and just uh, comment all of this firstly. Comment so that this compiler will not perform any operation for these comments. Okay, saying so better you can remove this group by also here now. So because we will get that it's not this column are not in group by class error. Okay, now let's run this. See, all of these values are getting nice. So then we need to go one step back again. So firstly we have added this condition, we are getting nulls. Okay, now let's take this condition. Okay, means we are checking each column like what are the values we are receiving. Okay, so if you run this, so in the A dot currency and A dot transaction we are getting the values, whereas from the B table we are not getting the values. So B table is nothing but this one. So let's see from here whether we are getting any values or not. So from here we are getting the values. Okay, but if you see the dates are like, let's focus on this dates and this currency country code values. CAD, EUR, these are nothing but currency rates and these are end dates. So let's take this query to a newer window and just run this and run the overall query. Okay. Okay, see here this 2024 217 71 714 1219. So these values has to match with these values for joining. But if you see these are like month end values, so just remove, if you remove this also. Okay, see for April 30, January 31, June 30, leap year 2025 and February 29. This is November 30, this is June 30, sorry, July 31. So it is like last day, but if you see here, it's like not the last day of each month. So then get the last day of each month from the A table using the function last day. Okay, last day, close the bracket. Okay, comma, month. Okay, now with this we will get the last day. Let's confirm from here once. Okay, if you see, so the transaction date now February 29, this is leap year, July 31, July 31 and November 30. So we are getting last day now here. But now if you run, see, let's see. So still these values are null because what happening here, here we are just see, if you see the values here. Okay, let's do one thing. So get the maximum. So this February 2029 has to match with February 2029, February 2029 here. Okay, this date. But if here we are just considering max function, because of that we are not getting the join working. Because of that the join is not working correctly. Okay. Now let's see whether we are getting all the values or not. So now we are getting. So what we can do from here, from the C, from the last on condition to till from class, we will copy. So this is like from class to last on condition here. We have just pasted. Yeah. Now we will create or replace procedure. We will run this. Okay. We call the store procedure again here. Oh, before that you can just do truncate because you are having the data, right? Truncate table. See, now you are having this data. You can just delete this, truncate this. So like from last few videos, and we are just using this truncate, right? So better we can use this time the delete from where, delete. Okay, so this has to delete the data inside this table. Okay, all the data, because we are not using any where clause. But in here, update and delete is definitely asking where clause. Okay, so we need to provide the where clause. What we can do, where, so we can get the min and maximum values, or maximum value we can get. Okay, maximum transaction date. So we can write where transaction date is less than, because we took maximum, right? We can write less than or equals to. We need to delete all the data inside this table. So doing taking any operation is fine. You can take brands in. You can provide all the brands. So, but I thought this will be easy. So for that reason, I'm just taking this. Much easier is just using the truncate statement. But I just want to show you we can delete the data inside the table using the delete command. Okay, so this will delete all the data inside this table now. So we will confirm once again. See, 1850 records deleted. We can take star. Okay, count of star. See, there will be no records inside. Okay, now call the store procedure once again. Restore procedure. Now it will insert again 1850 records, but this time we have to see the values insert those. Okay, 1837 columns only it's inserted, because the join is working correctly. Maybe there are few dates not available in the exchange rate date column from the retail transactions. Okay, let's 1837. Let's run this. See, this time we are having all the values, and this is a current timestamp and a meta insert by user us. Okay. So now let's means we have altered that replaced or altered that store procedure. Okay, done. So this is for this video, and we are going to see how we can. So here we are just using three store procedures, right? And we are manually running. So in the next session we are going to see how we are going to run these store procedures, means how we can automate the jobs execution one by one using cloud dbt. So means there will be no manual intervention. Let's assume like this first sp, this all three sps has to run on the first day of every month, and this stored procedures has to be run in an order, and one this stored procedure has to run only after successful execution of this stored procedure. And for each stored procedure success and failure alerts, we need to get an alert. For each successful and failure execution status, we need to get an alert. So these are all things we can handle in using cloud dbt. So this is still GCP. So from next session we are going to see the cloud dbt. So thanks for watching this video.